Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today is a to pull or not to pull video on the new Limit Break Draw featuring Vincent Valentine, just recently dropped into the game. Now, before I go into this video, I do want to preface this. This is a super bittersweet banner for me, guys. It is an amazing banner, I'm not gonna lie. It's really, really cool, or let me correct that. It is an amazing costume and weapon. However, this is a limited draw for a new character, something we have not seen so far in the game. And on top of that, it's a limit break draw. So when I saw this in the data mine, and everyone in the Discord that I was with, you know, we're already a little bit kind of put off by the fact that it's limited, but we thought, okay, it's a limit break draw. They told us in the future that limit break weapons will be able to be wishlisted on future limit break draws, yet lo and behold, that is not the case. In my opinion, Applibot lied to every player in this game when they said that. Now you can go to the details in the odds here, guys, or I can go to the draw info. You scroll down, it literally says right here, the limited edition weapon from the Vincent Limit Break Draw will not be added to any other draws other than limit break draws. All right, and this is exactly what it said before based on other weapons. So this is a limit break draw. The fact that we can't wishlist the old limit break draw weapons on this, I feel like is a huge slap in the face from Applibot. I am super disappointed in them for doing this. I feel like it's below them. It's a cash grab. We know that this is a mobile game and that's to be expected, but at the same time, this is Square Enix. I think they need to stand a little taller, walk a little taller, and just overall be better than doing this to their player base. I think that with everyone saving for the 1-year anniversary, this really kind of disconnects a lot of the players. For free-to-play players that are saving up for the anniversary, it's like a lot of them are not even going to get the chance to pull for Vincent on this new banner, especially when he's launching. It makes it more of a whaley thing, and I feel like separating the player base like that is just really freaking low and lame and honestly bullshit, if I just have to speak my truth. So yeah, that is how I personally feel about them doing this. That doesn't have anything to do with the actual costume or weapon. I just wanted to put that out there. If there are any Applibot devs watching this, shame on you guys for doing that. You should have 100% put the limit break draw weapons from previous banners on this right here, especially because that's what you said in the past you were going to do. So now we are not even sure if we will be able to wishlist this weapon, because it says it right here, right, that it'll be added to other than limit break draws. We don't even know if we'll be able to wishlist it in the future on the anniversary draws. So it just feels like they're lying straight through their teeth to us, and they might put it on a limit break draw, they might not. I think Applibot needs to get their shit together and figure out how the limit break draw system is working and not make us the guinea pigs for this. We need to know concretely in the future how this works, all right? So I just wanted to open the video with a little bit of a rant. I think I speak for a lot of people who are upset about this, so I did want to let that be said. That being said, guys, let's jump into this banner. Now, the actual stamp cards themselves, right? Stamp card 1, stamp card 2, really good. For the limited banners, I honestly feel like this should become a natural thing for all banners in the future. It's just better. There's more of an allure to pull into the second card. It's just better overall. I feel like this is what the norm should be for Ever Crisis on all banners, but I am glad that it is here, at least for the limited ones. Now, going into the actual character himself, let's go and check his animation. That's the first thing I like to do. Honestly, guys, like aesthetically, the costume for me is a 10 out of 10. It's so sick, guys. This is like something that I could see myself actually wearing, walking around. I mean, I don't know about all the belts and stuff, I mean, I would do it for sure. It looks freaking rad, guys. Vincent looks amazing. In terms of the aesthetics department, for them putting together this costume, like in that regard to the artists working at Applibot and putting this together, it looks so freaking cool. So hats off to you guys. Hat is not off to the execs at the top making those business decisions. Those guys can see. Yeah, anyway. All right, so honestly, I really love it. I love the little like coffin almost cross on his back right here. I love the jacket, the leather vibes with the fur. He's got like the red tank top underneath and just like the super sick gun. I just think it looks all in all fantastic. My kind of vibes right here, guys. Totally freaking awesome. Now, if we go in here and we look at the costume itself, right? So we have Stray Dog. It is coming with a new R ability, Reprieve. Oh, it looks like it has multiple levels here. Now, it is going to have 15 points right off the bat. So it does look at level 1. Applied Reprieve to self when battle begins. Effect duration, basically infinite. When triggered, restores 5% of max HP and grants invincible. Direct duration, 1 second. Okay. That's not very long. At 5 points, you will restore 15% of your max HP and give you invincible for 5 seconds. And at level 3, it will give you invincible for 10 seconds and restore 25% of your maximum HP. So this is pretty damn fantastic. I could see how they might start to put Reprieve on weapons just because of this, how you can kind of stack it up. Because, I mean, this is giving 15 points off the bat. So what was the point of putting these here? Unless there's going to be a way to stack it in the future. So you will be getting level 3. This is an amazing effect, guys. It's just really, really, really cool. It's also an Earthblade Arcanum, right? Which is incredible. I don't have an Earth Arcanum costume, which I'm even more upset about because I'm more tempted to pull this banner, even though I'm so freaking pissed at Applibot for doing this. I'm just like, they almost did it. They were almost like, if they would have just put the limit break draw weapons on this, I'm telling you guys, it would have been just, it would have still been a bummer because it was limited, but it would have been awesome. They almost came out the gate swinging for a home run on this, and then they just freaking dropped it right at the end, right at the important time. I just don't get how these guys make these decisions, how they're up there doing that thing. It just makes no sense to me. All right, so the costume itself, super good. I really like it a lot. I'm not sure how much of an effect Reprieve will get. We don't really want our characters dying in any battle, so this might be more of a niche effect when it comes to certain things like Doom or huge kind of like tank buster hits in fights, something like that. But either way, it's nice to have it. Let's be real. 10-second invulnerability and 25% heal on death is really good. Now, if we're looking at the actual weapon itself, White Dog. At level 120, it's going to get 278 magic attack. It will have 520% magic earth damage at 4 ATB cost. When the debuff is granted to the target, it will deal 1.2 times damage and increase the limit gauge by 4%. Its initial stats are boost magic attack to all allies 30 points, so pretty solid, and earth potency at 12. If we look at the support materia here, magic ability damage plus 20%, magic ability damage 20%, and triangle sigil boost here. I like all of these. Honestly, pretty solid. I'll give it an A on the support materia. For the actual abilities, this is more like an A+/S. Even I'd say it's an S. This 1.2 times damage on debuff is amazing, especially considering one of his limit breaks, I believe, can add a debuff to an enemy even if they're immune to it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I read on one of his limit breaks, or I believe it was one of his limit breaks, which is pretty crazy, essentially meaning that he can always get that debuff, always be doing 1.2 damage, and he's always increasing his limit break, or his limit gauge, by an extra % with this weapon. Now, if we take this weapon to OB6, it's going to have 611 magic attack, 780% magic earth damage, and the limit gauge increase will go to 5%. Boost magic attack to all allies will go to 40, and earth potency jumps to 27. Now, if we get this to OB10, and only very few of you guys out there that will, this is going to hit 667 magic attack, which is really high. Sludge Shot is going to do 940%, so same damage as Tifa's most recent fire weapon. Zack's thunder weapon, super solid. With the debuff, and limit gauge will still stay capped on the boost at 5%. Boost magic attack to all allies 46, which is standard. Boost earth potency 39. So overall, super solid. The first R ability here really like knocks this out of the park. They're really good abilities overall, especially when you can stack them together. So honestly, guys, the banner itself. So should you pull? Here's the thing, guys. This is a super tricky banner, right? We have the 1 year anniversary coming up. A lot of people have been banking on the fact that we would be able to wishlist old limit break draw weapons on limit break banners. I feel like this would have been a good incentive for them to do it. Now they didn't do it. Now we have no idea what to expect during the 1 year anniversary. And the thing is, guys, you know, I would say if this banner would for sure be wishlistable on the 1 year anniversary, then just take it and get the costume and take it from there. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You can continue leveling it up over time. But now that we don't know if it's going to come back, personally, I feel like it's very risky, guys. Now, for me, I have no Earth Arcanum costume. No physical one, no magic one, right? So the question is, I guess for me, this correlates directly to me now. Whereas normally I'm thinking about, you know, all of you guys out there. Now, am I going to pull for this banner, even though I don't have an Earth Arcanum? It's literally the best Earth Arcanum in the game. And I'm on the fence. I don't know. As you guys can see, I have 92k blue crystals right here, with red close to 95. Now, for the 1 year anniversary, we have like what, August and then the first week of September. And right now we got like 2 weeks left in July, right? So we have about 7 weeks until the 1 year anniversary, something like that. And that's not that long. That's like roughly, you know, 40k if you're saving up, right? So if I were to keep saving, I could probably get to like around 130k or so, maybe 140k by then, which would be great for the 1 year anniversary, because let me tell you guys, they are not going to hold back. I feel like they have just become more, I hate to say it, but predatory since the game has started. I feel like the game, you know, they opened up so generous and so like everyone was blown away by how amazingly generous Applibot is. And I just feel like they've just been reeling it and reeling it and reeling it back, guys. And so I feel like that's not going to change with the 1 year anniversary. I feel like the fact that limit break draw weapons not being featured on this banner is a step down a dark path. And I really hope that they rectify this in some way, shape, or form. Now, that being said, if you do have an Earth Arcanum costume, guys, if it's non-limited, I'd say that that's still going to do you proud down the line. Normally for me, if I pull an Arcanum costume and it's not limited, I immediately put that weapon on my wish list. I wish list it all the way to OB10, right? So if you do already have something, if you have Lucia's, if you have Yuffie's, I think that you're in pretty good standing to skip this. Now, if you're in my boat and you have 0 Earth Arcanum, then you really got to start thinking about, is it worth it to go to the first costume to get this? Now, for me, really, realistically, I would want to go to the second champ sheet, right? Because then I could probably get it decently close to OB6. But the problem here, guys, is that if I don't get this to OB6 and they don't bring this back on a limit break draw banner, it's kind of a waste, and it's such a bummer, and I hate the fact that they didn't make it like this so that we don't know what's coming. So to be honest, guys, I don't really know. This banner is extremely good, but extremely risky because we're in the dark about the future. So on this one, guys, I'm going to have to leave it. Put your best judgment. Lay out your cards in front of you. Take a breath. Sleep on it. Look how much crystals you have. The 1 year anniversary is going to be huge, and I promise you guys it's going to power creep everything that we've had until now. So this looks really good. It is really good. This is going to get power crept by whatever comes by the 1 year anniversary. Now, for those of you that love Vincent, of course, go out and pull him. That is a totally separate thing there. I love this costume. I love Vincent, so I'm super on the fence. I hate to support them when they do something like this, but at the same time, I've been so amped on Vincent for so long. that it's hard to say what I'm going to do. But I'll tell you guys this, I am not pulling him tonight. I am going to go to bed. It's super late. I've been up all night making these videos, situating the guilds, doing everything. But I will have lots of video for you guys in the days to come. I'll be talking about guilds. I'll be looking at Vincent's weapons, all kinds of stuff. So that being said, I know this video was a little bit more of a rant than a typical should you pull video, but I hope you guys can appreciate the sentiment for where I'm coming from. I do think that it's important that content creators call out these companies when they do things like this, because if we don't, we are essentially the voice of the players. And if we don't call them out, they have no reason to change. So I will definitely be putting out a video where it's like specifically me calling them out on this issue with a big ol' thumbnail so that they get it on their radar. So I hope that it does something, guys. I hope that they hear us. I hope that they come around and they do something to change this, or to give us some kind of, yeah, more concrete information about limit break draws in the future. Now, for those of you guys out there that are going to be pulling on the banner, I seriously wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you guys all get insanely good pulls. You get up to OB6 or higher. If you don't, you just got the costume. Congratulations, guys. It's super, super, super cool. It just really is awesome looking. I'm just bummed at how it came to be. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this video today, if you think that what I'm saying is true and Applibot needs to hear it, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great night. Take care and peace.